How's everyone doing? It's your boy here, Apollo from Down, Down, Up, Up. And it's nice to see you all face to face once again. We've been, I guess, striking out with the $3 tickets lately, eh? But happy to say, the next 2 weeks are going to look pretty good when it comes to tickets. Trust me, I've pre-recorded and I'm happy with what I see. But right now, it's time to ditch the scratch-off. It's predictions time, baby. And oh my goodness, if you saw SmackDown last night, oh, what a lovely sight it was seeing all those fans again. My goodness, what we take for granted on this world just astounds me in moments like this. But Money in the Bank is this Sunday. We've got to talk about what's going down for possibly the best show of the year, simply because of the gimmick and timing. This could go so well if done right. But let's go down the card, see what we got, talk about what's going on with the matches. See if we can put in the work. It's predictions time on Down, Down, Up, Up. Let's go. Okay, so we know there is another match just announced for the kickoff. As far as I knew, it was only announced on SmackDown. So we got, I guess it's their third meeting for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Usos, now together with Tribal Chief, who's gone rogue, Roman Reigns, taking on Dominic and Rey Mysterio, the champions still as of now. I just don't see any other possibility at this point than the Usos winning. They floundered their first shot with a, I don't want to say botched roll-up, but the referee did not see Usos' shoulder up. And then the second match, it was Roman Reigns causing the disqualification. This looks too good to pass up. Not too good to be true, but too good to pass up. And it may be the kickoff, but come on, let's make the kickoff important again, shall we? I think the Usos are going to win the SmackDown Tag Team Championships from the Mysterios. Start the night off with a bang. And hey, Usos have beaten SmackDown Tag Champs before at Money in the Bank kickoff. I think it was Daniel Bryan and Rowan who lost to the Usos in non-titles. So how about this time Usos win the belts on the Money in the Bank kickoff? I'm going for those Usos. Now to talk about the main card, let's move for the Raw Tag Team Championships. AJ Styles Omos taking on the Viking Raiders. It's been a while, and honestly, it should have happened by now, but I'm really glad that they waited to get fans, and it's on a pay-per-view. Because originally this match, to my knowledge, was supposed to take back a Hell in a Cell, and then it didn't, and everyone just sort of nudged it away. Then it was supposed to be made for next week on Raw when there was this pay-per-view coming up, and I was so confused. But then this week they changed it again, and I said, okay, I'm not going to complain. It's on the pay-per-view. Stay on the pay-per-view. This has the potential to be so good. Obviously, if done right. And if Omos can take just a few good bumps from the Raiders together, it would really pop the crowd, I would think. Keep our fingers crossed on that one, though. I do have the Raw Tag Team Champions retaining, though. There's no way AJ and Omos can lose here. Maybe SummerSlam, but not here. The Viking Raiders would be a decent choice to beat them for the belts, and they could still do it. I just don't think it's going to be Money in the Bank. This is only, what, their third title defense, I think? Third or fourth? It's a tough call. It's a tough call when you look at a lot of side things going on right now, but I have the Raw Tag Team Champions. Now let's move on to the Raw Women's Championship. Rhea Ripley defending against Charlotte Flair. Funny thing is, I don't think I've gotten a single one of Rhea's matches right up on the main roster pay-per-views. I'm pretty sure I got Asuka for Mania. I picked Charlotte for the triple threat. And then I picked Rhea for the Hell in a Cell, which, yes, she retained the title, but Charlotte won via DQ. Now they're doing it again, and with SummerSlam coming up, a lot of people seem to think that the right idea would be Charlotte going in with the belt. I really don't know about this one. Rhea really hasn't gotten the big chance yet, and it doesn't help that for some reason she is given boo still to her entrance on Raw, but then again, it still sort of is just that. Who are some of the fans meant to cheer for who don't have a clear picture on what's going on? I kind of understand. It should shut the barriers out, though, when we get to Money in the Bank and the crowd pops for Rhea. That's just my opinion. I think they will be cheering for Rhea, and Charlotte will get the usual boo that she nowadays gets when we go to a live crowd, a.k.a. what we could have gotten at WrestleMania, but we didn't. So I think it's tough. Like, this one's really tough. You can see I'm trying to stall. I just look at both outcomes, and then I think of Becky Lynch returning and what they want to do in that sense. But I think this is going to be the one where Charlotte Flair steals the championship from Rhea Ripley. It's not going to look that great, but I don't think they're going to do Becky and Rhea right away. I don't have faith in that. Becky Charlotte seems like the more obvious pick, and going to SummerSlam with that. And then maybe down the line we consider Rhea and Becky. It's a tough one, this. It's a tough one, this. But I do feel that Charlotte does get her due here against Rhea Ripley for this year and wins the championship back. I'd love to see Rhea win, but my mind is just telling me to pick Charlotte for this one, so I'm going to do just that. So there you go. Done with that one. Let's move on. So, we got through the tag team championship for the women's. I guess we've just got the big four left. We've got the briefcases and we've got the world championship. So let's go into those. First off, women's Money in the Bank ladder match. It's a tough one. Not the toughest on one brand, because if you guys remember, here's how I do my predictions for Money in the Bank. I have a Raw and SmackDown pick. That's right, we're doing two for this one. The SmackDown pick stands out from all around. A lot of people were speculating if there was going to be a surprise entrant to this match, which there could still be. You never know. WWE occasionally like to take out one of the competitors the day of with a surprise attack or some other excuse to bring somebody else in the match. Brock Lesnar is live proof of that in 2019. I don't think we're going to be doing that with either match this year, but keep your fingers crossed anyway. We'll see what we get. I have Liv Morgan as my SmackDown pick. Zelina Vega coming back was nice to see on one aspect, and then she lost, and then she didn't wrestle the following week, and then she just had a hissy fit this week on SmackDown. I'd be a bit confused if she got picked to win this match, but it would be cool to see from a fan perspective. She's always been great, in my opinion. And then there's Natalie and Tamina, women's tag team champions. I don't see the point of both of them being in this, only to just make sure that there's going to be no complaints. Oh, there's no women's tag team championship match, because they're both in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Yay. Even though, didn't we just get Shotzi and Nox? And they've beaten the tag team champions 2 times in a row now. I would love to have seen Shotzi in this match. That would have been cool. Even Tegan, I don't know why they've gotten rid of her first name. I just can't trust the mindset of the main roster when it comes to NXT names, but we're past it. It's Tamina and Natalya in this match. But Liv Morgan, it's been a long road for Liv when it comes to trying to establish herself on her own, but always getting thrown back into a Riot Squad situation. But now there's no excuse. Ruby is gone. Sarah is gone. It's just Liv Morgan. And she's tried to get past the machine when it comes to Sonya Deville's booking choices. And this would just be nice to see. And in my opinion, she's the overall pick as well. I think Liv Morgan should get the briefcase and start establishing her as a real star and someone to keep an eye on for the next year. When it comes to Raw, Raw's a bit concerning. Asuka, I'd love to see win and actually have a run with the briefcase this time. My only problem, she was Raw Women's Champion for a majority of the past year. So I'm not seeing that one going through. Naomi, this would be a lovely comeback for Naomi. And I came so close to picking her. But I don't have faith in what WWE are doing with Naomi at the moment that I cannot do that. Then there's Nikki Ash. Oy vey, I cannot wait to see what the crowds are going to react to that on that aspect, because I like what Nikki's doing. She's great, and this is something that she has stated she wants to do. I'm pretty sure she pitched this idea to Vince herself. So, this would be great. This would really be great for her. And it's her I'm struggling with, and Alexa Bliss, another woman who really didn't get a reign with the briefcase. And now that it is the new twisted evil Bliss, come play with me, Bliss. Is it the time? Is it the time to give this character some other kind of threat? I'm going to say no. It's a tough one. It's a tough one on the Raw women's side. I'm actually going to go for Nikki. This would be a pleasant surprise. Both her and Liv would be beautiful surprises. The wild card might be Naomi for this one, but I just don't have faith. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, WWE. But my picks are Nikki and Liv. That's that aspect. Now let's move away from Money in the Bank for a second. Let's do the World Championship matches. Bobby Lashley, still the Almighty, defending against Kofi Kingston. I've loved this feud. I could not believe Woods pinned Lashley on Raw. If you are a fan of Up, Up, Down, Down, that means a lot more than you think when it comes to the surprise roll-up. It was great. And now Kofi's getting this shot. Lashley's done with all the attention, though. Special attention, I should say. He's done with having the ladies around. He's done with having the champagne around. Telling MVP to get up, fly, get straight, all that good stuff. I have Bobby Lashley. Kofi Mania 2 would be great. And it should happen one day. It's not going to be today. In my opinion, this match should go on first, and Lashley should just destroy Kofi. They're not going to do that. That's just my opinion. Because this works so well to Bobby Lashley's credibility coming back. After he had to get the win in Hell in a Cell against Drew McIntyre, that still just might be one of the worst finishes for so many of the wrong reasons when you look at Bobby Lashley. We got to move away from that mentality. Bobby Lashley retaining the WWE Championship. Now, how about the Universal Championship? Roman Reigns Edge? Oh, this one's going to be something. In my opinion, we got our main event right here. If it's not the Money in the Bank ladder match for either men or women, it's got to be Roman Reigns versus Edge. Oh, gosh, the timing is so right if Edge can win, but I just don't see it. Edge has built this so well. The problem is, he's been using the piece of the chair to shove it down his opponent's throats for that crossface-like submission. This is not a no disqualification match. He can't do that. It's going to be great. I feel like the crowd's going to go absolutely insane for it. But I think Roman Reigns is going to retain the championship. I also think that Seth Rollins needs to be the one to cost Edge in this match. I don't know how, but Rollins needs to interfere. I thought he'd be winning Money in the Bank, but SmackDown now tells a different story. He won his four-way match against the other competitors. He even climbed up and grabbed the briefcase. Seth, it's 101. You don't grab the briefcase before the match. And that is why Rollins is definitely going to be doing a program with Edge, costing him the Universal Championship, and Roman Reigns, still our tribal chief, still gone rogue, will go on to SummerSlam with that championship. So that's just how I see it. Edge could shock the world, but not today. Not today. Now it's the men's Money in the Bank, and oy vey, this one has gotten significantly harder because of the Rollins stuff that I just mentioned. So SmackDown side, obviously Rollins was my pick. It's not anymore. There's no way he's winning. It's just the stereotype that continues to have a grasp hold on everything. If you grab the briefcase before Money in the Bank, you ain't winning. Who gets it on SmackDown? Well, there's Kevin Owens. Deserved. He should have won that thing in 2016. There's Big E. This would really get his push up and running. Then there's King Nakamura. I don't see that aspect. It's a nice babyface turn. It was so great to hear the crowd singing along to his theme on SmackDown. I just don't see him getting the briefcase, though, as cool as it would to see him be thrown back in a good shuffle. The toss-up for me is really between Big E and Kevin Owens. But I think just because of circumstances, I'm going to have to pick Big E. This is the moment, especially now that they're teasing Owens and Corbin going into a feud. And if Sami Zayn Owens is done for now because of Balor coming back up, that was weird, eh? Finn Balor coming back up to SmackDown? I did not see that coming. I knew they'd have a surprise on SmackDown. I didn't think him. But aside from that, Big E, SmackDown pick. Raw pick, on the other hand, it's tough because it really comes down to two. Morrison will be a great pick, but he's still with The Miz. If he ever gets his own push, it's got to be outside of being with The Miz. That's just how it is for me. And then there's Ricochet. I'd love to say with confidence that oh, this is it. WWE using Ricochet. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's not. I'm sorry. It's not. I don't buy it. Same aspect goes to Naomi and the women's. I just don't buy it. It's really down to Riddle and McIntyre, because I've enjoyed everything they've done with Riddle this year. And that would be a heck of a surprise pick. I'd love to see what he could do with the Randy Orton team as Mr. Money in the Bank, and if he could actually cash in on the Raw Tag Champions. And then there's McIntyre, who has been in the WWE shuffle for more than a year now. Seems to finally be taking a break from it and feud with Jinder Mahal. Granted, over ridiculous things, but it's a feud nonetheless. Does he get it and keep it on his low side and continue the Jinder feud? It's tough. The Raw pick is extremely tough, but I think just because Jinder might cost Drew during the match, my Raw pick is going to be Riddle. I think the noobs have a better chance when it comes to Money in the Bank as well, is why I'm so confident now having Riddle and Big E as my picks for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Also with SmackDown, I'm pretty sure this is Liv's first, and it could be Nikki's second, but that's still not a bad thing in my head. That's how I see it going down at Money in the Bank. That's it. Nice video. It's actually nice to talk about a show for more than like 7 minutes about something great I'm really looking forward to. It's going to be a fun weekend. Keep your eyes on the channel Monday for the results and review. I cannot wait to hear what I'm going to say about this show. Let the fun start up again, Money in the Bank style. We'll see you all Monday. Hope you all have a lovely weekend. Make sure to tune into Money in the Bank. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you're most excited for. Who are your picks? It's going down this Sunday. Keep it real.